and open up this guy here, I believe is what I want. Yeah, and I'll show you this next thing here. So here's basically the same thing that I just built a moment ago. I'll go back into the sketch, and it's already got the R. Now, if I grab this circle here and just sort of move it a little bit, and then I flex, what Revit's going to try and do is it's going to try and keep that location that I asked for. So you see the width and the depth changed to twice the radius, but it doesn't make sense anymore because I shifted the circle, right? Now, how is it doing that? Well, there's a feature under Visibility Graphics. How many of you know about automatic sketch dimensions? Okay, that's good. That's a good number of you. But for those of you that didn't raise your hand, if you've ever had something behave in the family editor and go, ooh, that's cool, how did it know how to do that? Or you had the opposite reaction, you went, why on earth did it do that? The answer is probably automatic sketch dimensions, okay? Because automatic sketch dimensions are what I like to describe as, this is Revit guessing what you meant, okay? Guessing what you meant. Everything you do in the family editor is parametric, whether you want it to be or not. Even if you make a totally static family, if you turn these on, there's some dimensions there because Revit doesn't know you're going to keep it static. At any time, you could go in and say, hey, let's throw a dimension in there, right? And it doesn't know that, so it's always planning for that. And automatic sketch dimensions look like that. Okay, so there's two schools of thought on these things. If it ain't broken, don't fix it, is one school of thought, right? Anybody subscribe to that school of thought? Hey, it's working, I'm happy with it, leave it alone, right? Well, if that's giving you what you want, you can do that. The reason I don't like that, I'm a little too, I don't know, I don't want to use an offensive word, but I'm a little too fussy for that, let's just say it that way, is sooner or later, you see what just happened? See how this one switched to 0? See how they switch allegiance? There's no way to control where the automatic sketch dimensions are going to go because it's in the name. They're automatic. You have no control over that. You do have control. What is your control? You don't use those. Doctor, it hurts when I go like this. Stop doing that, right? Okay, so somebody knew the punchline. I heard it over there. All right, so if I put my own dimension, whoops, I missed. Oh, I don't have my center mark turned on. I'm looking at the radius thing. So that's the other reason to turn on the center mark, right? So if I put my own dimension, right? See how that automatic one goes away? If I align and lock, as soon as I lock it, see how the automatic one goes away? I'm almost obsessive about that. Well, heck, I'm obsessive about that. Let's just be honest, okay? I go out of my way to try and eliminate all the automatic sketch dimensions if I can. It really pains me when I have to leave some of them, but sometimes you do. But I'd like to say that I probably have about a 95% success rate there where I'm able to get rid of them, okay? And I think it's worth the extra effort, especially if you've got some curves that you're trying to tame parametrically, all right? Okay, so we now have 3 of the essential kind of foundational rules that we're going to need to know going forward on the other examples. Sometimes we have to direct attach parameters to our geometry, even though that's not our general rule of thumb. Sometimes we have to break that rule. Center mark visible is a really helpful thing, as you just saw. And automatic sketch dimensions you need to be aware of. I'm not saying you have to be as obsessive as I am and eliminate all of them, but you at least need to know they're there. And if you're not getting the behavior you want, then I've shown you what to do to take care of it, okay? I would love to take questions right now, but if I do, I will totally derail myself because I've got every bit of, I'm planning to get through those 61 pages, okay? So I'm just letting you know.